Hello, everyone. Nathan here. And so I had mentioned earlier on when I mentioned that I was going to have a slew of announcements that this is one that was going to be going into a bit more broadly. And the big announcement, it's not really gaming related, but much more personal related, is that I'm having a second baby, and I'm really pleased. I'm really excited about this. This is it's it's honestly something that I was kind of struggling with for a long time. Like if it was the right decision for our family, if it was a direction that our family should go down, and now that it's happening, I'm really glad. I'm thinking about things a lot more long term, and well, I'm really glad that we're going to be a four-person household as opposed to three. I'm glad that my son, my boy, isn't going to be an only child. I I'm really glad. I'm really glad that I'm going to be having another baby. So, basically, what I've come to talk to you guys about is what that would mean for the rest of the channels that I run. And long story short, I'm basically going to be trying to produce a lot of content between now and then, so that there's a backlog, and and that during the 3 months or so or more that I'm just in full-on dad mode and I don't have anything else to do, that I don't have time to do anything else or have any kind of free time besides trying to catch sleep whenever life will allow me to. There's going to be a maybe 2, 3, or even 4 month period where I'm not going to be able to touch a video game, and I can say from experience that's honestly no big loss. Like when you're experiencing that, you don't want to touch a video game. You're not in that frame of mind. You've got much more important and much more joyful things to take on. Basically what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and make a bunch of content so that for you guys, there isn't really going to be any interruption. I might end up having to resort to cutting back in the way, like maybe I'll only end up posting videos every second day just to make my life a little bit easier. And as far as like all tech exclusives, I'm starting to even resort to this particular method now, that I will temporarily post the videos on YouTube, even the all tech exclusives, just long enough for to auto import onto Minds and Utreon and Odyssey, because they all have the ability to auto import videos that you publish onto YouTube. So if I can just do that and then immediately unpublish the video on YouTube, that makes it a lot easier, because the advantage, of course, with YouTube as well is that you can schedule something to post ahead of time without you actually even needing to log in. So that means that by extension, I would also be scheduling the posts for those 3 sites that I mentioned. So that's kind of the plan there, really. And then at some point when things calm down a bit and we've got a bit of a better handle on things, then I can start easing my way back into recording, easing my way back into game development and recording and all that kind of thing. But yeah, basically, I'm going to try and make it so that there's little to no interruption on the channels that I run. Obviously, live streaming will be non-existent. I mean, I've cut back quite a bit on live streaming to begin with, because live streaming just isn't as much of a priority to me. It's fun. It's fun when I can have an audience there, but really the big thing for me is posting videos, because that's where the majority of my engagement happens. Actually, I don't think there's really a whole lot else that I really wanted to talk about. It's the biggest announcement of all. It's the biggest announcement of all of them, but yeah, it didn't take that long to really talk about. I guess the only other thing that I'll say is that at the moment she's not all that far along, but we did have her first ultrasound, and it's far too early to know if it's a boy or girl. But we do know that it's not twins, which okay. I have to word this in a very specific way because I don't want to speak out of turn or say something bad, because here's the thing. If I had twins, obviously I would love and adore them the way any father should. But that would pose very obvious challenges, both just in our regular life of being able to take care of two children at once, but it would especially be a big hit to us financially, because I mean, shit, that means we'd probably have to get a new vehicle, which we don't fucking have the time or money to invest in. It would even probably mean that we'd have to move, because we'd need to get an extra room. So yeah, we'd probably have to move into a different house, and fuck, that's a lot to deal with. So yeah, it's, again, of course I would love and adore if it was twins. I would love them both equally and immensely. But this certainly does make it a bit easier, doesn't it? So yeah, that's that. And if I've done this right, that should probably be it for the announcement videos. And then tomorrow or the next weekday or whenever this is that this gets posted, it'll be back on schedule with the Let's Play videos. My schedule will be back to normal. So yeah, that's what's going on in my life. There's whole lot of big things coming down the pipeline. Very excited for this. Very, very pleased about all this. And I'll see you all next time.